Wendy Williams Show.
I'm doing okay. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. I don't know what you did last night, what you were watching on TV. I caught up with Real Housewives of Atlanta. And of course, Kenya is here today. Yes. The building is on fire. Norman, have you gotten your selfie?
No, I've been so busy, but right before she comes out, I might snatch a selfie with Kenya. I love her.
Don't let anyone know there's a no selfie policy here with the celebrities.
Not today.
Anyhow, apparently Dancing with the Stars was on last night. I forget all about the show because I was busy doing other stuff and I'm watching. And I saw for a moment, okay, so the judges are really annoyed at Sean Spicer. Now you remember he was one of the first people to quit President Trump's cabinet. He was the secretary. Press secretary. So last night, Sean he wasn't even in the bottom two despite having the lowest score. They dressed him up as Popeye. Look, he just stands there. I don't even know his partner's name, but all I know is that he's really not dancing bad. Look at that. That right there. Like if you are not coordinated with your partner, somebody is going to break a neck, like her. So after the show, Carrie Ann Inaba, she talked about exactly how she feels about this Spicer guy not being able to dance, but he's here. Now, the president tweets every Monday for the Dancing with the Stars saying, vote for Sean Spicer. And so, you know, for a lot of people, what the president says, that's what you do. And that's why he's still there. You know, it's a competition of popularity, not so much about how to dance. So here he is still there. There are only 7 dancers left. And if I were one of the dancers who was like working my tail off, I would be pissed that he's still there. But I would also get the game. And the game is when the president tweets, did you ever think we'd have a president involved in Dancing with the Stars? So here's Carrie Ann. Here's what she says. Take a look.
Disappointing to see people go home like this week after week, and Sean is staying in. But it's always been a partnership between the judges and the people. Yeah. That is what Dancing with the Stars is. I can't get too mad, but yeah, I'm a little frustrated. I'm a lot frustrated. There are people who are working their butts off, and we've gotten so many complaints in the past seasons about not the best dancer winning. And so these people that are voting just to spite us or whatever reasons they're having in their heart, listen, I respect you, but how about having a little respect for the people who are working their butts off dancing? This is a dancing competition. It's nothing else. It's supposed to be about the best dancer.
I mean, it is, but what does that get you? You know, it's not really about the best dancer. It's about who's the most entertaining to watch dance. And part of me feels like because he's probably tortured for being there, you know, like, please, somebody vote me off on one hand. You know, please let me stub a toe and just go back home to my family. But even Sean admits that he's the worst dancer. The question is, will he drop out? Well, take a look.
Is there a point in this competition, if the fans keep voting you through, where you look around and you say, hey, I can see my scores, I might not deserve to be here in the finals, I'm gonna step out?
Yeah.
I've thought of that a couple times, but it's disrespectful to the people who are voting. Because at the end of the day, I look at the other cast members, I know how great they are, I know how hard they've worked, and I feel bad. And that's why it's so mixed emotionally these days, because you care about these people, you know how hard they've worked. But at the end of the day, there's clearly a lot of people doing, and it would be disrespectful to say, I'm gonna walk away from you. They've taken time out of their day to vote for me.
Oh, I mean, I get it, I get it. I was distracted by the lovely personality. I was. And E.T. now has a blinged out mic. Oh, really? Well, you know who had it first, that's all I'm saying. And, you know, I'll give you a little history. That DJ, who I never heard of, but he's a country music DJ, his name is Bobby Bones, and he won, and he was not the best dancer. But when you get certain communities, like country people, you know, you all are dyed in the wool. Like, you support each other like nobody's business. I love that about country music, country people, the country music awards, the whole, like, you don't have to dress up. You can come in whatever you want. Nobody's criticizing you. You eat what you want. You know, I still don't know who Bobby Bones is. I'm not the country music girl, but, so it's a what if this guy ends up winning dancing? Suzanne, who's gonna win? Do you watch stuff like that?
No.
Yes, you do.
Yes,
you do.
I watch a little bit.
You watch the Hallmark Channel.
Hallmark, Lifetime, and Walking Dead.
And you plan.
And Temptation Island.
Temptation Island.
I love Temptation Island.
Who is going to win?
I think either Dawson, James Vanderbeek.
Oh, I like him.
Or Kel from Kenan and Kel.
Oh, Kenan and Kel, he's still there?
Yeah, he's still
Okay.
Yeah.
There's Kel. And I like James Vanderbeek. I think he and his wife just had a baby or something.
I think she's pregnant again.
Again, like they got like 10 kids, and he's so happy with his life. You know what? Just give it to James. Look, and look, he looks good. Kel would be good, but I don't know enough about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, is he married? Does he have kids? What's his backstory? I know Vanderbeek because he's been here on the show, plus, you know, Dawson's Creek, duh. Okay, there's
every chance I get. Starts working instantly to freshen any room. Febreze Air.
Situation. I'm gonna tell you this the best I can. Everyone in Chicago, pull up to your TV and help me. Help me find a girl named. Okay, now here we. And I'm gonna tell you what happened. So you know our friend Littlerel, he's got great fashion sense. He's been here on the show. Look at this. Okay. He's a comedian, he makes us laugh. You know, he's minding his own business and he runs into from Chicago. Now, I don't know whether it was a one-night stand or whether they were all the way in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. All I'm saying is they have a 2-year-old son together. Littlerel hooked up with this woman. By the way, you spell that like, okay? Find her and call the bureau. Okay, so there's some court documents that Rel put in claiming that she told him he was the father. So she also told him that she gave him Rel's last name. So baby Rel is here, he's 2 years old, and she also said she divorced her husband in Chicago, by the way, to be with Rel, to have their baby, and that's what's going on. Well, it turns out of Chicago never was divorced from her husband. She lied to Rel, according to court documents, allegedly. Turns out she told him that he was the baby's father, Rel, okay? She put her husband's name, though, on the birth certificate, not Rel's. Okay, we're looking for, okay? I mean, So after 2 years of having this baby and him telling jokes and being funny and stuff, how did he find out about the boy and all this scamosity going on? So he's happy, he thinks he's the father. He posted a picture of the boy and then someone oh, the boy is cute. Really cute. Like all chubby and stuff and all brown and round. Looks just like Rel, right? Well, here goes Rel being a happy father posting the picture. A stranger reached out to him, slid in his DM and said, that's not your child. That's his husband's child. I guess Littlerel probably cried and then exacted revenge. He took a paternity test. Well, it proved that you are the father. Yeah. Littlerel is the father, so now he wants full custody. Like, this woman is out of her mind, and I want the full custody. To me, this seems like an open and shut case. Give Littlerel the baby. The husband needs to divorce. And all of her friends need to drop out, okay? She needs to be sitting. Is she either the worst woman or the best schemer? Like, I kind of want to give her an award. You know what I'm saying? Because Littlerel has 5 movies coming out next year, okay? Her husband should file for fraud. All right. Littlerel, you should file for fraud and full custody. And again, everyone needs to leave us alone. Leave her all the way alone. Or give her an award, and if you're not doing anything with your life, figure out how she made this caper work out. So you know what I did yesterday? Wait, hold on, let me just warm it up. Yesterday, I had a very nice afternoon with a longtime friend of mine, Charlemagne. Uh-huh. I don't know who I've become. No. I like her. Norman? Uh-huh. And you know, we are 2 loose cannons.
Right.
Let me tell you something, honey. I can only take Charlemagne in small doses because the banter of the back and forth and knowing each other for so many years. You know, I met him when he was still a DJ in down south. And I brought him to New York. I said, look, you sit next to me and you make with that funny. And the rest is history. But small doses, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, he is a mess. He made me cry.
Aww.
He teared up. Aww. We're talking about people and situations. Anywho, hi, Charlemagne. It was fun. It was fun. Talked about who's the donkey of the day, or the year, or of life. Ew. All right, so. Only because I really don't care, but I'm gonna say it because I guess you do. The Bureau was very excited to talk about Alec Baldwin. I don't care about talking about Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin is who he is. The man is so angry, he can't even take a paparazzi picture without balling up his fist. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him. I don't think I've ever met him. I like his process, though, on the top. You know, he's very handsome. He's got a really nice life with Hilaria, who you know, friend to the show. She comes, she cooks, she does the yoga. There they are, a beautiful family. Look, and all I smell is money. You know what I mean? This looks like somewhere out in the Hamptons, some rich people's deck right there in the corner. The beach is probably on the other side of the trees. Or maybe the deck leads to the beach. You know what I'm saying? But he gets involved in the stupidest mess. Like, when you got it, like Alec is suing the cab driver. All right, we talked about this story on Hot Topics. I didn't even want to do the original story on Hot Topics, but they were excited about it. I said, all right, fine, let's do it. I'll try to act interested. Okay, so Alec is suing a cab driver. I told you this when it happened last year. Why we're still talking about it? Because Alec was apparently standing in a space, or no. Yeah, he was standing in a space he had one of his relatives stand in a parking space so that when Alec pulled up, he could have the space. Now, you know how it goes down here in New York. If you don't, the tickets are free. Come one, come all. Yeah. So the relative was holding the space. The cab driver pulls up and like, oh, no, you don't hold this space. At that time, Alec showed up. And Alec, allegedly, well, the cab driver is saying that Alec punched him in his face. Well, I don't know that to be true, but I can believe it. Look. Like he's angry. Alec claims that he only lightly pushed the driver. See, my thing is, don't touch anyone. You know what I mean? Like, don't touch anyone. Like, last time I saw Kenya, we were at a ladies' event here in New York. It was a really big deal. And she was very pregnant at the time. And I don't believe I asked her to touch her baby bump. I don't like to do that to people, you know? And I don't want to, you know? But now she's got the baby. It looks like a doll. Her baby is so cute. Anyway, okay, so look. So the driver is now suing Alec. Excuse me. The driver sued Alec for slander. I guess the suit is not settled. Now, as of now, Alec is suing the driver for defamation. Defamation of what? I mean, okay, allegedly the driver did go to the hospital for his punch in the face thing, but the hospital gave him like a Tylenol and a Band-Aid and sent him on his way. I mean, you know, and we don't know that the driver didn't cut his own face for affectation. Like, when you get punched in the face, you need more than a Tylenol, so they say. Anyway, Alec was charged with harassment and sentenced to anger management. So now he's got to take time out of his family to go to anger management because whether you pushed him or punched him in the face, like, don't touch people. Also, you're a Baldwin. What are you doing with the relative standing in the? I know parking at the curb is really difficult, and then you got to read the meter over the side of the street. Parking suspended today. Wait, no, after 6 o'clock. Okay, what does this mean? When I used to drive, I would just take a rotten ticket from the glove compartment. You always have one, and just put it in the window. Like, I already have a ticket. Leave me alone. So Alec is claiming that there's surveillance footage to back up his claim that all he did was lightly push. I don't believe he's a lightly pusher. You know, he's one of those guys, either he's loving and warm to his family or mad as hell at everyone. Alec just released the footage. How about if you have the footage, release the footage, and we can be done with this, and you can go back to your rich life so we don't have to talk about this anymore. Meg Ryan, right? Well, you know, she has a long-term involvement with John Mellencamp. You know, the cougar, yeah. There she is, still looking young. I think she's like 57 years old now. Mm-hmm. And he's
68.
Okay. Not for long. And he does that Corey Feldman thing. You know when you push all your hair back, but you want to pull that one piece down? The late MJ did it too. Like that one piece. What are they hiding with that piece? And Corey's really consistent with it. John Cougar, I mean, I saw him in the street, the picture that we have of them walking in the street, and it was pushed back. Either way, okay, Meg and John are no longer together. Now, they dated on and off for 8 years, right? Then they got engaged last year. We talked about this. Well, I got a source at the People magazine that although John loves Meg, the source said, he didn't want to get married for a fourth time. Now, see, he's got grown kids. I mean, he's got like an 18-year-old, a 28-year-old. He's got Teddy Mellencamp from the Beverly Hills, his daughter. A 48-year-old daughter?
Yep.
Okay, and 4 marriages under his belt. And Meg, she's still a young woman at 57 years old. You know, she's had her kids. She's not gonna have any more children. Marriage is a good companionship and, you know, stuff like that. But she's only been married once. So I guess when they got engaged, and as the wedding got closer, John's like, what did I do? Why did I do this? Oh my gosh, I love her, but can't we just live together and love together? And Meg, I guess Meg might have been like, no. We got engaged. Wendy talked about it on Hot Topics. This is going down. And he's like, look, then we have to break up. And you know what? I gotta tell you, I always say I'm a wife, not a girlfriend. I like being a wife, you know, to the right person. I'm not a girlfriend. But if I ever met Mr. Right, and he did not want to get married, but told me this straight up square biz first date. Because see, when you're grown, you get a lot accomplished in a good old first date. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, you girls in your 20s, you know, don't do that to a guy like, you know, I want to be married. Make that like a third date or something like that. But for us older broads, we have nothing to lose. And pick a finger if you don't like it, right? We discuss so much stuff. We talk about the sex. We talk about, do we want to get married? We talk about where we're going to live, how we want to eat, what we want on vacation. We don't care because we lived. Well, Meg, good luck to you, Meg Ryan. And John Mellencamp, you shouldn't have let her down a liar road, you know? All right. Anyway, Kenya's here. We got more great show. Yep. She's coming out next. So grab a snack. You know what? Grab a few snacks and come on back.